One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. What's up, everybody? It's Reflection here. Streaming live from the Antelope Valley. I've been going live every Tuesday and Thursday, but broke out of some low mood state recently and decided I'm going to lock in and try and be a bit more productive on the social media aspect side of things. So going to go live today and going to be mixing a track for my new album coming up, which is going to be Ice Cream. That's the working title. Streaming live tonight. I'm on Twitch. We are on YouTube and also on Instagram. I've been going live on TikTok as well, so if you're not doing so already, please follow me on TikTok. Would be great to have you over there. A lot of cool kids over there too. Username is the same on all platforms. That's itsrflxn, itsrflxn. Going to be working in Ableton today. Got a couple of stems that I've cooked up over the last couple of weeks, and they just need some mixing to make everything sound nice and balanced and well-rounded. Hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope you've been doing all the important self-care things that we need to be doing and taking care of your mind and your body. I've definitely been trying. Had a very nice weekend this weekend. I managed to go to Hard Summer out in, where was it based? Oh, over by the SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. That was a whole vibe. Got to go both days and survived without too much strain or sprain on my body. I went to Beyond Wonderland. That was a vibe. I was actually working the event, and no joke, I walked about 25,000 steps that weekend, and I had to call in sick the second day. I was really stiff, so I kind of made a promise to myself. I said, okay, I've got Hard Summer coming up in August. I need to start training so I'm in shape for it, and was definitely doing a lot of walking every day and making sure I was in good shape for that. So let me see if I can pull up music from that session or from the recent sessions. So Herbs and Spices is out now. The link is in Instagram. If you search for Reflection on Spotify, you can find all my content there. It's 21 tracks of progressive melodic lo-fi. I had a lot of fun making those. And it's a real privilege to share my music and share my process with everybody. I'm just seeing if I can find the recent renders of songs that we created. I think it was on the 27th. I had a bunch of outputs, and I wasn't thrilled with the mix. So some of the songs I have an automated mixing process, which uses a Python script. But for this one, I felt like it was a good time to come online, and nothing wrong with doing things the old-fashioned way and spending a little bit more TLC on the process, because nothing beats mastering things yourself. I have a way I like doing things. So I'm just cooking these over in the other, getting these ready in my other window, and I'm going to drag them into Ableton. I'm using, what are we using today? This is Ableton Live 10, and I'm actually pretty nervous actually, because the version of Mac I have is a silicon chip, and this version of Live 10, or this version of Ableton, is actually going to be deprecated soon. So I'm not going to be able to use it forever. There's going to be an update soon, and I'm going to lose access to it. And this has been my go-to DAW. I'm pretty comfortable working with it, and it's been a big part of my process, but like everything, nothing is forever. So I don't know what I'm going to do once this expires. Probably have to invest maybe in a new DAW. Is 40 tracks going to be enough? I have 43 stems here, so we're going to add a couple of extra little stemmies here. 42, 43. And we'll bring these over, and I'll walk through my process of how I mix and master my tracks. So I'll just bring these over now. Hopefully I can get them right on the start of the grid. Here we go. Hopefully I can stream at the same time as all this is going on. I have a humble machine here. It's oh, I have the MIDI as well. I don't want the MIDI. I just want the WAVs. Where did the MIDI come from? Excuse me, sir. Maybe those are just placeholders. It wasn't MIDI. So these are all WAV files. I always have a pink noise as part of my template. I use that for gain staging, and the bulk of my production is really just gain staging. I apply some envelope automation and some effect automation as well. So this is in 79 BPM, so let's get that right first. And it's in 4/4, so we can keep that the way it is. And it looks like everything is tracked the way I like it, with my chorus, fill, verse structure. You can see where the different elements are. So probably the first thing I'm going to do is just group things together so that I can control them, and it's not going to be so bloated here. Let me just solo out the noise to see how loud we're coming in. Okay, good. So we have sound. So I've got baseline 1, baseline 2, main melody. These can be grouped. Those are the melody tracks. And shrink that one down. Counter melody, we have 2 layers, so we'll group these as well. I love counter melodies, call and response. That's a big part of my sound. Chorus, we have 2 layers. We have a poly and then a lead, so we'll group those as well. And we have a melody effect that can stay by itself. Chords, pads. I usually have at least 2 or 3 different layers on the pads. And usually each one of those patches usually has multiple layers as well. So these are very multi-timbral, have quite a lot of depth there. Kick. So we've got 2 layers for the kick. I like having a 3-layer kicks and layering my snare drums as well. Just helps me create that nice layered West Coast sound that I've grown up to love. Side stick. Yeah, this is MIDI. Where did you come from? I might need to re-import these again. I dragged this stuff in wrong. Let's start again. Because I wanted just audio, and it brought in, oh, this is very distorted, this track over here. Let me come over to my Finder window and make sure everything here is just audio. Like I said, my name's Reflection. I'm a music producer based in Palmdale, California. You can follow me on all social media. Username is itsrflxn, itsrflxn. Can I bring these in like that? Will it work? I've never tried this before. That worked pretty well, look at that. So I didn't need to create extra audio tracks. Let's do some grouping, melody. Counters. Counter melodies are grouped. And that didn't bring any of the MIDI, which is great. I might just start gain staging this. We can group it later. Let's get right into it. So I'll have a loop for the verse. So I have different melody sections for the verse and the chorus. And there's a counter melody always at the end of each 8 bar, just as a call and response. You can see over here where the verse is. The verse kind of the melody for the main part of the verse kind of ducks down a little bit, allowing the call and response to creep in, and then it comes back. So to start up, I'm going to just mute all of these bad boys. And just tweak my noise gate. Doesn't need to be quite as loud. I've turned my fan off today. It's very hot. It's about 100 degrees here today. Oh, what's up, Sacred? How you doing, man? Everyone go follow Sacred Geometry. Get your custom jewelry. The best in Los Angeles. Handmade jewelry. Very impressive pieces. So let me just mute these bad boys and we'll work through them one by one. And it looks like they're off, so that's good. Oh no, the noise was soloed, so we'll just go through one by one. Excuse me, sir. Let's see. So I'll just go through track by track and then slowly boost whatever I need to boost. I want it to be just audible over the noise. Lovely resonant bass there. Bringing in the first part of the melody. Actually, this might be the whole group. Make sure I keep each layer balanced. This is only kind of a preliminary gain staging. What have we got here? This is actually coming into the call and response section. I was just going to extend the loop. Actually, I should go back to. I'm going to come back over here because I lowered the level of the whole group, and I don't really want to do that. I can just hear it creeping over the noise. What up, Sacred? Oh, Sacred, you know what, bro? I finally copied your the mixes you sent me over to my phone. So it turns out my phone is Android, and I can't copy files from Mac to Android. I had to install all this crazy software, but I just got it working today. So next time I'm driving to LA or something, I've got the best playlist from all the great stuff you sent me. Let me see. I had to install VLC player. I've got all the heat right here. Deja vu, omnipresence, singularity, time travel. I'm gonna just I'm gonna get beamed up listening to that, and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so the melody sounds pretty good. Let's go into this group now. This is the call and response section. Yeah, I've been really going through it. I was having all this negative self-talk that I struggle with, and haven't been posting much online. I've been scheduling things, but been really kind of grumbling and like, why should I self-sabotage stuff? Like, why should I put my time into social media? Social media is not going to have my back. I could lose my channel. And I was like, you know what? Let's just lock in. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? It's not a big deal. So I'm going to be more active on social media. Actually, a big part of it was my phone was really letting me down. So I got a new phone last week. Yeah, the static, don't sweat the static. The static is, this is the static. I use pink noise to gain stage, so that's what's happening. I'm just using a control sound to make sure everything's balanced. Oh, it's super loud as well. Let me turn the volume down. I'm coming in really hot. Yeah, I use a technique called pink noise gain staging. So pink noise is very interesting. It has an octave response that's very similar to human hearing, so it's a nice control for me to balance my sounds. Hopefully it's not going to sound that static, and I realized I was coming in super hot into the my streaming software as well, so I just dialed that back a little bit. I was probably distorting a lot. So do not adjust your television set. You're now listening to Reflection Radio. So the trick is, if the sound is just audible over the pink noise, you're a pretty good place to start with in terms of having a good foundation for mixing and mastering. This works really well for me. And obviously, my hearing isn't perfect. Nobody's hearing really is. Nobody is like an oscilloscope. So I'm still able to kind of give my unique perspective as to how it should sound, while still having some kind of objective check, if that makes any sense. And I have to be pretty disciplined with this, because sometimes when I let things creep over too much, the balancing of tracks can really make or break a song. It doesn't have to be super over the pink noise, just a little bit. And I'll tweak things as I go along as well. I definitely think this element will sound sick with some big delay on there, big reverb. And the kicks have a lot of energy, and it's more than just averaging the LUFs and normalizing the actual the levels of the track in terms of the decibels, because they have a large fundamental in the sub frequencies and in the bass frequencies, but also usually there's a lot of energy higher up as well, that if I don't balance it, it's going to just overwhelm the track, and then my compressor will be working too much. Just want to really isolate these kicks. I want the kicks to be there to drive the rhythm and keep the meter, but also not to be totally overwhelming, even though I love my subs. As someone who listened to a lot of hip-hop, my ear, growing up in anyway, a lot of my ears are very kind of attuned to kick and snare. I'm a drummer as well, so that's probably a major factor. But it's not always necessary to have them so forward in the mix, I found. They can be subtle there. Lovely clap. Some tom action coming up. Well, that's almost melodic. And then gradually this is going to come together as a nice composition now that everything's balanced. It's amazing how much gain staging can do for making a track. Because I record these straight off the Roland Phantom, it has such a nice audio engine that really most of what I just do is gain staging, some panning, and for the most part it's good to go. Having good sound selection makes a huge difference for production, in my opinion. Some perks. Okay, now let's move over to the chorus section, which is over here. I have a 16-bar verse and then 16-bar verses and 8-bar choruses. That's my song structure right now, but I'm flexible. If I'm working with somebody who wants to do things slightly differently, of course I'll accommodate that. Oh, beautiful, listen to that. Lovely. And like looking at the waveforms, I can already see that these are pretty compressed. I don't need to do a lot of compression here. It might be loud here. Yeah, that sounds fine. That's passable. And I always have a different drum section. I always switch up the drums for the chorus just to keep things interesting. A big influence of mine is classical music. I'm a big fan of an Armenian producer called Khachaturian, who made ballets in the early 20th century. And he had the most dramatic switch-ups in his songs that really just keep you on the edge of your seat. And obviously I can't come close to his composition, but he's been a major influence on my production and on my compositions. and he incorporated a lot of like traditional Armenian and Middle Eastern elements as well, which gives songs just a totally different vibe, for lack of a better word. I don't know what the musical word would be, but the sonics are just fire. I don't know what was happening here. This is really, really distorted, but I'm going to take it. Sometimes these happy accidents are where you can have nice things happening. That will be far too overwhelming. So I'm going to really duck this under the noise. Just in the backgrounds, just to keep the hairs in your ear stimulated nicely. And you know what, I better save this because you know how it goes. I better save this because anything can happen. This is California, it's the middle of summer, we can have a power cut. Save live set. And we're going to call this one, I haven't got a name for it yet. All these songs for the upcoming project are going to be called different names of ice creams. So we had herbs and spices, and next is going to be ice creams. Okay, I think we've balanced everything. Now's the fun part. Let's have a listen. So we'll take the noise off. And we'll turn all of these on. And we'll have a listen. So starting from the top. I don't want the same bass line, I want the bass line to change. So we're going to keep that for the chorus. Oh, what was that? How dare you? Excuse me, sir. Something's very hot in here. Oh, it's these bad boys. I didn't control these. I missed these guys. These also I haven't touched, I can tell because they're still at 0. Let's tidy up the fill. This is a characteristic sound I've been using a lot in my productions. This bit crushed bell. I like it a lot. Let's go back to the beginning again. No bass line for the intro. We're going to let that come in on the verse. Need more bass. We need more bass. I like to have my compressors about 2 or 3 ratio with about very light compression, maybe 2 to 3, 4 decibels of a gain reduction, and because I always have quite prominent kicks, keep the attack about 30 milliseconds so I don't lose the transient of the kicks and the snares. Very drunk feel. We don't need pads all the way through. We're going to have these builds. Cut this here. These are off. Let me make sure everything is on here because I realize I have muted some of my stuff. That's why the song is sounding kind of sparse. Let's try that again. That's better. noise sacred is amazing. It just, I'm a scientist, you know, so I always like having things objective. If I can measure something, it helps, and it's just helped balance everything out real nice for me. Once I heard about that, I was like, okay, I've got to try that. Okay, we have a song, folks. We have a song. It has a real build-up. There's a major crescendo for the chorus, which I like, where the melody suddenly changes. This is in D major, so it does have that positive, optimistic sound. The verse is a broken beat, so it is kind of sloppy and all over the place, and then it switches over to a kind of a Memphis funk beat. So got most of my song structure out the way I like it. Got bass line for the verse, bass line for the chorus and fill, bass line for the verse, bass line for the chorus and fill, and so on. We have an outro where elements basically bleed out. Let's go from the top again, just see how if I like how this is sounding. I want some delay on this this element here. Oh, it wasn't even showing my screen. What happened? Did I press the wrong button? What did I press? How did that happen? Did I make my thing full screen? I was sharing my screen. I don't know what happened there. Oh, the screen moved to the bottom. I really don't know how that happened. I must have been... playing with something and I pressed the wrong button. That's much better. I'm just sitting here blabbing along and not realizing what their stream is looking like. Crazy. But hey, that's live streaming for you. to the background a little bit more so they're not so overwhelming. Oh, I have a hi-hat here I haven't even played with. What you doing over here, little buddy? Do you want to come and play as well? What's going on here? This was recorded really low, really quietly. Beautiful, really bit crushed. Oh man, I had Bible study today, I totally forgot. My bad. You can hardly hear it. Just there in the background. Beautiful. Snares could be a bit more prominent, so can the kicks. I'm in two minds whether to duck to sidechain the bass and the kick, or just let them sit as they are. Sometimes you don't have to duck everything. Some EQ. I'm pretty happy with how this is sounding, folks. I always apply a high pass filter about 20 Hertz, just so I don't have too many too much low energy stuff just muddying the waters. A little bit of cut of mud at about 200, 220, 250. Not too much, a few decibels. And then for lo-fi, a very like 12,000 Hertz. Just cut off some of the high ends, just to give it that lo-fi old school analog feel. Actually, I might boost the sub. No, I'm happy with how this sounds. bass line should mix in at the get-go, so it doesn't leave you kind of expecting some low frequency. Hey, get back here. Just like that. And then here, this should also come in. More snare. I think I'm happy with this. These maracas are a little bit too slushy. Just going to lower them. Lovely dreamy feeling for this one at the beginning. How does this sound over the click? Like, how sloppy is it? So sloppy, so drunk. I'm not drunk. The style of playing is drunk. Let me just be clear. I haven't had a drink of alcohol in many, many years.
Just like that. That's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be the first track off of the Ice Creams project, and I think I'm going to call that a night for now. Not too bad. About an hour to mix down the track to my satisfaction. Let's save this and export it. Now what I learned was the streaming platforms, they like 192 kilohertz, so that's how I'm going to be exporting it. Render track, don't start from there, start from, excuse me sir, I want the whole song. Why is it starting from there? I want to render the whole song from the beginning, don't give me just a piece of it. There we go, and it's not 98 tracks, we're going to stop at about 74. That looks good. Export. And I'm so glad recently I got an external hard drive. Before I was just filling up my computer and getting like storage anxiety. So now I have about 8 terabytes or 6 terabytes. I'm using Time Machine as well as a backup. So I have a pretty good, I've got a belt and suspenders to keep my pants up, so to speak. So I'm going to probably end the stream here once it exports. I probably shouldn't be exporting audio while I'm live streaming. I should just let my computer rest, but we can always re-export this. If it fails, it'll be a good opportunity for some more content for live streaming. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a good week. Today's Wednesday. I don't know if I'm going to go out anywhere tonight. Might just kick back. Had a busy weekend. Definitely had some post-festival blues on Monday and Tuesday. But I'm kind of back to normal now. I've been going live on TikTok, so if you're not doing so already, please follow me on TikTok. My username is, like everywhere, itsrflxn, itsrflxn. Had a few hot takes yesterday, which have been doing pretty well on YouTube and some other platforms, just breaking down some interesting concepts that haven't really been brought up by mainstream music commentary, talking about
the loss of spiritual content in song lyrics in the pop music that I've been listening to compared to the 90s and pre-2000 eras. So that video is live on the full video is live on YouTube. I have snippets of it on Instagram and shorts that are going out as reels, and also have some other content talking about. Also, we talked about yesterday on the live stream. Covered. Having such a brain fart. Let me have a look what we've got coming up. 2 other long form videos. I'm sending out long form and also shorts as well. So coming up on YouTube and also on Instagram, we have I made a long form video discussing how the use of these online cloud sample packs have killed the art and the soul out of music sampling. Basically going from crate digging and finding great deep cuts to just dragging and dropping things from Splice. So that's coming out tomorrow. And then on the 7th, which will be Thursday, I did a research study about how our brain really likes lo-fi sounds and vinyl crackle. So be sure to check that out. That's coming out in 2 days' time. And then on Friday and Saturday, I have another long form video I'm releasing, which is talking about how the art of music production in the digital world has basically lost the gift of having a happy accident, where when things were being recorded in real time on expensive tape in recording studios back in the day, if a musician made a mistake, they had to really decide whether they're going to commit to it and keep it or re-record, which would be a very costly process. And that process of the accidental, the happy accident is something I've found to be a real gem, where sometimes I'll be fumbling with settings on the piano or in Ableton, and we'll find something that sounds really, really interesting and actually stays with the track and gives the track a lot of character. So how Infinite Undo in a DAW environment has killed music's happy accidents. And I'm pretty sure during my work here on the live stream, I haven't made that many undos. I did change a couple of fade in and fade out sessions, but I've been I've tried to be pretty rational and not too attached to my music, so I don't get this creator's guilt of holding on to my art too much and not releasing it. So I care a lot for my projects. I put a lot of love and time and energy into them, but I'm trying to be more separated from it, so to speak, with some boundaries, so that I get to release my stuff without being too attached to it. But I'm still very attached to it. These are all my babies, and I love you all very much too. So I'm going to sign out for there. Let's have a listen to the track one more time, and then I'm going to sign out. So this is going to be the first track from the Ice Cream Project by Reflection. And if you're not doing so already, please listen to Herbs and Spices. That was released last Friday. It's available on all streaming platforms. So this is track 1 from Ice Cream. Reflection. Sacred. I could color code some of these stems, but they change so much per project, it would just be so much time. I have them all labeled here, which helps. Definitely labeling your files can save you a lot of time running around and getting confused. A lot of today was basically just gain staging and some song, what am I trying to say, structuring. Thank you for watching. Love you, Sacred. Thank you for the support. Everyone go follow Iron Sacred Geometry for your custom jewelry. And see you on the next one. Bye for now.